So Zerg is going to want to try to catch Terran as he's moving. In these positions, however, Terran could very possibly just slowly expand towards his opponent and push in that manner. I am Jeffrey. Go ahead and throwing down the early gas. This is always interesting, perhaps alluding to some inclination towards Hellion play. He basically has two options off of this one gas. He can either go for a tech lab and some sort of a Reaper opening, or a factory and some sort of a Hellion opening. We can see a Marine being produced. Still not quite enough gas for either the tech lab or the factory, so that choice is still second gas going down, perhaps just to prevent the gas steal. Looks like LZ Gamer was toying with it. Back in the natural of Zerg, we can see that LZ's opted for the 15 hatch, and then following that with about a 15 spawning pool and an 18 gas. I really love this in response to the single gas. This says LZ wants to perhaps apply a little bit of roach pressure. On the production tab, we can see that just Marines being produced right now for Terran. No additional tech having gone down yet. Oh, nope, there's the factory. So definitely expecting to see some sort of Hellion play. Terran's still not opting to finish this second gas, keeping LZ Gamer in the dark. In regards to that, LZ has to be thinking, I wonder if he's going to make some sort of big tech push like with Banshees. First queen, second queen, both on the way for the Zerg player. And here we go, second gas finally being completed for Terran. And still no real indicator as to what is going to happen here in the mid game, but there it is, Roach Warren going down for Zerg. And I love this because if I am Jeffrey opts for Hellion pressure, these roaches are basically going to hard counter it, and we can see a tech lab going down, so might be going straight to siege tanks. I think that would be a good choice for I am Jeffrey in this position. But if he opts for something like Blue Flame Hellions, these roaches are just going to walk right through them. They're going to put LZ Gamer in a very powerful position, behind which he'll be able to drone up quite a bit. Interestingly, we can see a starport going down for Terran as well, so this is almost like a mock 1-1-1 opening. A couple Marines and an SCV pushing out, chasing back LZ Gamer's Zerglings, and he's just going to focus down these rocks, open up this Zelnaga tower so we can get a little bit more vision. And we can see the first three roaches are in production, and look at that, Blue Flame is on the way. So I am Jeffrey is going to opt for this Hellion opening, and I really, wow, it's a fast layer out of LZ Gamer. I really, I love the way that LZ is setting himself up to deal with it. He's going to push out with just these three roaches, and because roaches are so good against Hellions, I am Jeffrey is going to have to basically surrender all map control to these few units, and LZ is just droning super hard behind it. Now, there are quite a few Marines here for I am Jeffrey, and these roaches, no, they're deciding, no, they don't want anything to do with that, and they're going to turn around and go home. So a few more roaches are going to be produced here, and Zerg, perhaps when those pop out, is going to, I guess, reinitiate that roach pressure. A little Overlord Scout poking in here. Going to see the second gas. Probably not going to see much else. Just going to see this Marine and a couple more Hellions before it gets shot down. He might get up there to far enough to see the building bunker and a barracks. But, well, I don't know. I am Jeffrey only chasing it with a single Marine, and he's getting very close to the starport. And he does see that starport, so that's going to say, okay, maybe some medevacs, maybe some Banshees. I better be safe. So I'd be interested to see if any sort of Evo chamber goes down, just to keep things super on the safe side. Two more gas going down for LZ Gamer. He has finished this layer. No roach speed, no real layer tech. First drop now coming down in the base of LZ, and the roaches are going to respond to it in time. And oh dear, I am Jeffrey leaving the Marines to die as the Hellions try to dart in the front, but LZ Gamer all over it. Got a spine crawler there at the front and a roach as well. So a little Marine in the back, Hellion in the front, shenanigans, but LZ Gamer not falling for it. And he's looking to be in a very strong position here, sitting with a healthy 33 drones to 27 of Terran, but in a position now where he can add really as many drones as he could ever hope. Spire going down as well, so we're going to see a muta switch here out of LZ Gamer. And on the Terran side of the map, his natural expansion being built in the main, he's probably going to want to take that soon, but with all these roaches on the map, it's going to be very difficult. A little Hellion drop here, roasting a couple drones. On the units lost tab, we can see that IamJeffrey killing just a single drone before that drop gets shooed away. And LZ doing a great job of just playing defensively, getting his economy where he needs it, and just gearing up for this big, powerful Mutalisk mid game. And look at that spine crawler down in the main. Such good play. This spine crawler is going to make it very difficult for Hellions to really, I guess, just A move into drone lines. If IamJeffrey is going to do any sort of damage to the economy, he's going to have to control those units individually. And again, just keeping this medevac active, trying to keep the Zerg player off the map as much as he can. Siege mode just now finishing up for IamJeffrey, and with the siege mode completing, he will be able to take that natural expansion. And I guess really the best way to phrase what's happening right now is it's just the calm before the storm. Both players sort of macroing up. LZGamer is certainly enjoying a healthy lead. 51 drones to 29 SCVs of Banshee out now for IamJeffrey. I can't imagine that doing much. But here we go. Hellion drop in the back. Banshee coming in through the front. So this is going to be a very interesting little engagement here. LZGamer is going to go right after that Banshee with his mutas, and as soon as he does, IamJeffrey should run the Hellions into the mineral line. A lot of this is going to come down to how many drones he can kill here. Nice burst going off. We've had a grand total of 8 drone kills thus far, and Hellion still being microed very well. 11 drone kills in total, but the spine crawler will do its job and finally clean things up. So 11 drones go down, not going to be enough to equalize things, as Jake still has, as LZGamer still has 52 drones to the 33 of his Terran opponent. And LZ is going to be wanting to take a third base here soon. Looks like he wants to take this gold. Mutas are out, and they're just kind of running around making sure that medevacs can't continue to be a thorn in his side. And this Banshee sweeping around from the back, going to try to get some drone kills of his own. And I have to feel like IamJeffrey is investing way too much in harass and not enough in any sort of real army. And to be frank, LZ's economy is booming, and he's going to be able to power really hard in just a little while. And I can't, for the life of me, imagine a world inside of which IamJeffrey is going to be able to deal with the massive Zerg onslaught that's going to be coming his way very soon. Muta is going to poke in here and get a couple free siege tanks. No Marines in range. That bunker just outside of range. 2 tanks go down. Jake even going to stick around and try to get the third, losing a couple of Mutas in the process, but probably a worthwhile trade, as those 3 siege tanks are all that's keeping IamJeffrey's front safe from a big roach bust. On the production tab, we can see still droning from LZGamer, and looks like he's defending a little bit of tomfoolery here. Did I miss a drop? Maybe. Looks like somehow IamJeffrey has killed one more drone. And LZ just heavy in the macro mode. More roaches on the way out. 2 expansions going up, double expanding off the back of this failed harassment from Terran. Upgrades going down as well. Triple upgrades. I love this. +1 ranged, melee, and carapace all going down at the same time. Infestation pit starting as well. So we're going to see basically Mutas switching into Roach Infester, which is super powerful, especially against this biocentric play that IamJeffrey seems to be wanting to transition into. And having lost those first 3 siege tanks, these roaches are going to be very powerful. Muta's finally catching and dealing with the lone Banshee out on the map from IamJeffrey. And if we look here on the units tab, we can see 26, 29 Marines now. Oh, a little drop in the back of the natural. Not really getting anything done. Jake has just been droning so hard. 72 drones to the 47 SCVs of his opponent. Shutting down that medevac, losing the last of his mutas, though. 3 mutas in red health are going to get away. Not going to be much in terms of a harassment force, but definitely a very viable drop defense, and great for scouting as well. On the production tab, lots of roaches. LZGamer just going pure roach. Not something that I really favor much as a Zerg player, but something that's going to be very potent here, as the army of IamJeffrey is just very well, it's small, and he's pushing out here, and I do not like this decision. Pushing out with only 100 supply. LZGamer is going to be maxing out soon, frankly. He's got the money to max out now, but not the supply room. And also, well, he does have lots of larvae. He is supply blocked. Here we go. We're going to have a little bit of an engagement here. IamJeffrey pushing out onto creep, chasing these roaches away. I don't think he realizes just how big the force is that he's up against. backing off once again. Looks like he just wanted to take back a little bit of map control, make make LZ Gamer keep him honest. LZ's sitting on a pretty nasty supply block here. He's been stuck at 162 supply for a while. You see 5 Overlords queued up, and he's going to pop out, and that 40 supply is going to diminish immediately as there is tons of larva at the disposal of LZ Gamer, doing a great job staying on top of these upgrades and just steadily moving into a very, very powerful end game. 189 of 200 food for LZ Gamer, 117, 119 of 145 for IamJeffrey. And guys, I got to feel like all we're going to see here is a maxed out Zerg crashing into a less than maxed out Terran player. Roaches and Lings and even a couple of mutas thrown in for good measure, and many, many more Zerglings back in the natural of LZ Gamer. Not really sure what he's waiting on. I guess he wants to get these first infestors out. Certainly not realizing just how far ahead he is. Now scouting with these mutas, saying no third base for Terran at all. And once he realizes that Terran hasn't taken a third, oh, another drop here over on LZ's side of the map, but that's going to get dealt with handily. Not killing a single drone and losing those medevacs. And here we go. Jeffrey looks like he does want to sort of battle for map control here in the center, doing a good job of scanning and taking out creep tumors and just denying that creep spread of LZ Gamer, but he's pushing so far forward with so little stuff. And here we go. The Zerg army going to come crashing into the Terran, surrounding all the siege tanks. Fungal's going to go off on the... Well, no. Fungal's not going to go off. LZ Gamer don't need no stinking Fungal. He's just going to A-move through this Terran army. Sad, sad game for IamJeffrey. GG, and LZ goes up 1-0 in the series. Really impressive for his tournament debut as Zerg. LZ Gamer macroing like a boss, and he goes up 1-0. This is, of course, the round of 32 in the Alienware Arena, brought to you by the good folks at Alienware. Of course, part of this event being sponsored by MLG. I'm Mr. Bitter. I'll be bringing you guys the first round of 32, round of 16, round of 8, and maybe even the round of 4. But after that, we're going to hand it off to the MLG folks. They're going to cast the finals on July the 6th, so be sure to tune in for that. And in just a moment, we'll be picking up where we left off, moving to MLG Shattered Temple. Of course, the format is loser picks. So Shattered Temple will be this next map. Going to get LZ Gamer in here. Going to get the streamer back in here, and as soon as IamJeffrey joins us, we will get game 2 underway. So ZVT EGLzGamer playing Zerg like a champ. So as soon as these guys are ready, we will rock and roll in game number 2. LZ says ready. IamJeffrey says ready. So good luck, have fun, GG. Here we go, guys. Game number 2 in the round of 32. EGLZ Gamer versus IamJeffrey. This is the Alienware Arena, brought to you by e-rev and Alienware. Thanks so much for watching. A lot of good games ahead of us. Tons of good players still alive in this tournament. I know LZ Gamer's teammate Axelav is still in it. My teammate Spades is still in it. Rise from Complexity is still in it. There's tons of good, strong players in this. Going to be a great afternoon of casting, and I'm really, really excited to see what is in store for us here in this game number 2 between LZ Gamer and IamJeffrey. On the what is this? This is the 3 o'clock position on Shattered Temple. We have LZ Gamer spawning as the Teal Zerg, and his opponent, IamJeffrey, having chosen this map, going to spawn up here at 12 o'clock. I got to feel like IamJeffrey is going to like this unit, or these map positions. These guys just talking back and forth about, gee whiz, you sure beat me hard. And LZ's like, I was trolling you on EU. So I like these positions for Terran because of the very, very close drop distance. It's going to allow him to be very, very annoying with medevac play. And we saw him favoring that in the last game. LZ Gamer going to have to be on his toes in terms of keeping up with what Jeffrey has in store for him. Scouting him right away. We can see on the LZ cam, and IamJeffrey going to spot him as well, so he'll scout the Zerg as soon as he sends his SCV out. Just a typical 1 racks going down here for I Am Jeffrey. Doesn't look like a 2 racks. Gas going down as well, so certainly not a 2 racks. Did your teammates teach you how to play Zerg? Says Jeffrey, of course, referring to EG and EG Machine. And LZ says, no way, bro. Over here on the Zerg side of the map, LZ opting once again to go hatch first. And just waiting to see when he throws down that spawning pool. He's being a little bit greedy, going up to 16 drones, but of course he knows that no 2 racks is coming, so he doesn't have to worry too much. And LZ has, in fact, seen this 1 gas. So I would almost anticipate him to open up in the same way he did in the last game, throwing down this gas around 18 and maybe moving into some sort of roach pressure, which will allow him to transition smoothly into whatever kind of macro he wants. Now, I would love to see Jeffrey mix it up a bit. If he just opens the exact same way, he's going to be playing right into LZ's hands. LZ, of course, is a pro gamer. He's been a pro gamer for a long time, and you don't just do the same thing time and time again against players of that caliber. So, Factory is going down here for I Am Jeffrey, so it looks like he might be favoring the same sort of Hellion play. Marines coming out. They're going to just clear this central Zelnaga tower and see what's going on. LZ Gamer spawning pool just now finishing, getting both queens started. First set of lings going to come out to scout. And Tech Lab going down. No, that's not a Tech Lab at all. That's a Reactor. Reactor going down on the barracks for I Am Jeffrey. So we're going to see some sort of Reactored Hellion play. And this is, again, not going to serve him very well against the opening of LZ Gamer. LZ throwing down that early Roach Warren. Probably going to see him drone up to about 27, 28. Make a couple overlords and then hammer out some roaches. At least that's what I would do. And that's what he did in the last game. Command center now going down for I Am Jeffrey. So he's going to just try to make some Hellion pressure and then expand behind it. And I'm not a fan of this opening against what we're seeing out of LZ. LZ playing super safe, throwing down a spine crawler. You can usually get away with just the roaches, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's not counting on those roaches being that much of a factor. I don't know. We see 4 roaches in production. Creep tumor going down, droning starting back up as well, and really curious to see what LZ Gamer follows this up with. It looks like he's going to be content to just play defensive, only making the 4 roaches, not wanting to apply any extra pressure. They're going to pop out and knock off this SCV, and the Hellion's immediately going to have to turn around. So we can see I Am Jeffrey investing in this early Hellion play, and against these roaches, it's basically nullified. He can't really do anything. LZ Gamer's going to be able to push across the map freely. I Am Jeffrey has to either go all the way home and defend, or he's going to try to counter. Or nope, not even trying to counter, just trying to get those roaches to turn around, but it's not going to work. LZ knows exactly how strong his position is here. He's going to walk right up this ramp and try to poke with the siege tank is out now for I Am Jeffrey. This is going to basically make it so the roaches have to turn around, doing a good job getting that tank out on time. Hellion's still just poking around the middle of the map, not really doing anything. LZ poking up the ramp. He's going to take a stab at those Marines. Nope, never mind. That's too much stuff. Let's go home. But in spite of that, he has to love his position. So let's talk about all the great things that he's doing with these early roaches. He's negating the Hellion pressure. He's applying pressure to Terran, and through applying that pressure, he's forcing Terran to reveal his tech. The only way Terran is going to defend this roach push is if he shows LZ Gamer everything he has, the siege tank and the Marines. So LZ knows everything that's going on. He's able to drone. Well, he's not droning at all. He's making units. He could be droning. But instead, he's making a lot of Zerglings, I guess just to say stay completely safe against the Marine tank stuff that I Am Jeffrey has. Natural expansion now going down for Terran. LZ Gamer still sitting on just the 1 gas. Probably going to start his layer here with his next 100, at which point he'll go up to... Wow, he's making a lot of units. I'm not even sure. He's knocking down these rocks like he wants to expand. He does have 34 drones. That's certainly not 2 bases of saturation. I guess he just wants to apply some more pressure with these Zerglings. I'm not sure that I really like this decision. If he rushes in here, these Lings are going to get squashed by siege tanks, and the Marines are going to clean up the rest. LZ Gamer is going to commit here, and he's going to run in and surround these Marines and get a few kills, but he's going to lose every single one of these Zerglings, and that was basically all for naught. Not a not a move that I really approve of. But we do see, wow, more Lings coming out from LZ Gamer. What are you doing, Jake? He's making so many units, and he's basically allowing Terran to catch back up. These early roaches really gave him a lot of initiative, allowed him to kind of pull ahead. Still sitting on hatchery tech with 3 hatcheries and just pumping out roaches and Zerglings. I don't know. Now, if he comes with the roaches and lings, he could seriously be a threat to I am Jeffrey. But Jeffrey is bunkering up, and that's exactly what he needs to do, just to be safe. Another tank on the high ground. I can't see any way that LZ Gamer is going to do any sort of damage here. He is finally getting back to droning, which is good. And I am Jeffrey has secured this expansion. He's got both his orbitals running, able to drop a lot of mules. 2 bunkers going down, being very safe. I do like that play as well. And LZ Gamer is still sitting with a healthy drone lead. I guess this 3rd hatchery has really helped a lot in terms of just giving him tons and tons of larvae. Baneling nest now going down. Oh, I like this a lot, guys. So he opens up with the roach pressure, adds a lot of speedlings, and then he throws down the baneling nest. This is going to open up a really, really awesome timing. When Terran goes to take his 3rd base, LZ Gamer could push in there with roaches and lings and banelings and either kill the Terran player outright or, if nothing else, reset the tank count. That's the real goal of the roach ling baneling push, is to just keep the tank numbers down, at which point banelings become super, super awesome. So we'll see if that's in fact what LZ Gamer has planned. Double Evos going down, which further lends itself to that suggestion. Plus, whoa, drop in the main here. LC Gamer, of course, has tons of speedlings, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Lings are going to come up and surround and deal. I love the ways LZ plays so safe, keeping that spine crawler in the main, making sure that no shenanigans catch him off guard and do any sort of crazy damage. And look at this, double expanding again. So it looks like this is sort of a style that he favors. Heavy on the units, and then transition into mass droning and double expanding. Banelings are out. And he has also researched Burrow, I think. Yeah, Burrow, about 90% complete here, 95% complete. This is cool, guys. Burrowed banelings are definitely one of the most exciting things in the world. So as soon as that Burrow finishes, he's going to put these guys underground and just wait for his unsuspecting Terran opponent to meander out across the map and overextend himself. No baneling speed. So we're not going to see the kind of roach-ling, baneling bust that I was discussing earlier. Instead, we're probably just going to see a transition into Spire. Certainly he's going to need a Spire to kind of keep these drops in check. Another drop happening in the main, killing a Queen and an Overlord before getting picked up and ushered out. And LZ Gamer doing just such a great job of adding lots of drones, up to 62 drones now. A healthy 20 drone lead over his opponent. Of course, Terran does have the Mule to offset some of that, but the Mule will not offset a 20 Harvester disparity. And we're just seeing a tank Marine medevac out of Terran. He's trying to really utilize drops to the fullest and spread out Zerg and keep Zerg honest. But LZ Gamer thus far has been all over it, keeping the spine crawler on every base. Needs to mine gas in this 3rd, though. Gold base is up as well, and LZ's macro just getting crazy. Infestation pit going down. He's going to forego mutas entirely. And LZ's looking so strong here, leaving a couple roaches behind in every base just to keep it safe from drop. Marines trying once again to stem and run in and pick off some stuff. They're going to have to be satisfied with just an Overlord. Over here in Terran land, we can see that he has knocked down the rocks so that he can take a 3rd base. I don't see a 3rd command center yet, though. On the production tab, there is one being built. Where is it? There it is. 3rd command center going up in the main. Lots of Marines, lots of tanks, lots of medevacs popping out here for I am Jeffrey. And LZ Gamer just continuing to keep it safe. Spine crawlers in every base. Now mining gas in that 3rd. And looks like, nope, not aggression, just kind of poking out. LZ Gamer, man, I'm impressed with this Zerg play. He plays slow and steady, safe and solid. Getting a lot of drones, defending what Terran throws at him, and then just hitting that hive tech at a good fast timing. 15-minute hive, I love it. This is going to open up Ultralisks. This is going to open up Broodlords. And the Spire is going down, so it will be Broodlord tech eventually. Honestly, he's got the money. I wish he'd thrown on this Spire quite a while ago. That would have gotten this medevac out of here. But in the meantime, he's just gonna, deal with it as best he can with Link.